So if you're in refrigeration and you're starting to get into CO2 refrigeration, a lot of people talk about the high pressures, haven't worked with high pressures before, and are kind of a little bit worried about it. And that is totally understandable if you've not worked with CO2 before. But I want to talk to you a little bit about nitrogen. Nitrogen is something that we've been using for decades and decades in refrigeration industry. And one of the things is that there is way more pressure in a nitrogen cylinder at room temperature than a CO2 cylinder. These cylinders we've worked with, and getting an understanding of that makes CO2 and working with CO2 a lot easier. A lot of people ask me about pressure relief. Well, what does a pressure relief? If the pressure's running at 1450 psi or 100 bar, and if the pressure relief goes higher than that, it's going to be loud. Well, yes, it is going to be loud. But if you ever open up a nitrogen cylinder and listen to that, that's kind of what the high pressure valve will sound like. It will startle you because inside this tank can be over 2000 psi. And what you want to understand is that you want to be safely. If you want to try it out for yourself, make sure you put earmuffs on like this. You open up the cylinder. That's what a relief's going to sound like. With a CO2, you're going to have, depending on where it's relieving from, if it's relieving from the 30 bar, 45 bar, 60 bar, 120 bar, 130 bar relief, it's going to have a louder sound, depending. 650 psi, 1600 psi, 1740 psi, whatever the pressure reliefs are. So it's going to be louder depending, but they're still going to startle you when a pressure relief goes. But when you start to talk about, well, I've been using nitrogen for a long time, the pressure inside there is higher than CO2. So don't get fixated that it's a higher pressure because you've been using it for so long, so many decades already. I'd love to hear your question in the comments. How do you relate the high pressure CO2 systems with someone new to the CO2 industry?